This is Drew from Nhaler. I'm here to introduce to you the latest greatest device, the Kick 2 by Evolv. This is what it comes in. It comes in that little box. We're going to have these online in a couple days. This is the final mode. If you can see that, it's the old Kick had a single spring on it. This Kick has 2 pins and it goes to 15 watts, and it's the latest circuit architecture. You can see that both of these pins will make contact rather than having like a flimsy spring in there, and that allows you. I like to listen. I was talking to Brandon. He said you can get, like, depending on how this particular mod, it has a nice smooth ring, but other mods, you may find that you have threads in there that will catch on these, on the little pins. So Brandon said you can get a business card and slide it in there if you want to. I haven't done that. I have been able to just set it in there and get what I have left of a nail and just press one pin at a time, and slide it down in there, and you're good to go. So as far as the device goes, I happen to be using it on a prototype Curve 26 right now, but again, it works in all your 18650 tube mods, any mod that's designed to use a kick. I have this turned all the way up with a 2 ohm cartomizer in there right now. That's actually a little hotter than I like it, honestly, and I just have it, I'm running it turned up. I wasn't running it with this tank on there, but it's kicking. I have used it as soon as I got it. In fact, one of the things that they're boasting about this device is that it'll work with RBAs right out of the box. As soon as I got it, literally, I walked into my office, got out a .05 RBA rebuildable. It's actually another prototype I'm working on, but I've been running it on the Opus D. Retested it, was .06. That particular goes as low as .04, and I can't figure out why. I think it's probably the way I got it seated in the that particular wick seated in the device, but it goes from .04 to .06, which is really low sub-ohm. When I was using it on this, and I used it all night, it seemed to be staying at .06. This morning when I put it back on my Opus D, it was reading .05. Who knows? It could have something to do with the connector or whatever. When you get down to those sub-ohms, when it's .04 and .05, it's really, really it's a very small measurement. For years we didn't even pay any attention to measurements that low, but personally, for me, I can just use those sub-ohms on a regular battery all the time. It's fine with me. So, but this does operate lower, and it does put out 15 watts, every bit of 15 watts with the right configurations. Now, are you going to be able to get an 18350 battery and slap it on there and do 15 watts? Absolutely. How long you're actually going to put out 15 watts to like a sub-ohm thing, that's, I don't know. I have not tested that. I would think that as you're decreasing your battery life, it's going to get harder and harder to deliver that much power from a small battery. Nothing to do with this. It's more so the battery you have it on there. Now, I try to use quality batteries all the time. I will tell you this. I have a 26500 E-Fest in here, 3000 mAh, that when it went down low, even with an older kick, when the battery life level goes down, it doesn't just stop working. It You know, that's why this is a prototype right now. I got to get them to make this ring a little smaller. But when it goes down, it's hard to deliver that kind of amps and watts. And Evolv devices, they put it out. They work the batteries, man. They you know, that's what separates Evolv from the rest of the supposed variable wattage devices, in my opinion, is that they are rated and tested, time tested before they release, to make sure that they're doing exactly what they're claiming they're doing. And as usual, I can say with this device, it is doing exactly as it should. Zero failure rate with the 2 new pins. Much, much better. I know a lot of people have issues with the old spring making contact in the side of their device. Brandon has tested this with you know, as many devices as he could amass, and he amassed quite a few in the testing process of this kick too. And it just, like I said, with my device, zero failure contact rate. It makes, the 2 pins really make the difference. It kind of sandwiches in and gives more pressure than the spring did. You know, the spring could get cocked either way or whatever with the other device, or, you know, it wasn't making solid contact, but these pins, they stepped it up on these. These are gold plated for better contact as well. So that's the Kick 2 from Evolv. Check them out. Thanks.